Hello and welcome to Stamping and Sipping with Tea. My name is Teresa, and in today's video I wanted to show you how I created these cute little trees. I think these would be perfect again on packages. You can do them in small little vignettes. They're just versatile, and the best thing is it's a great way to use scraps of your two-sided paper. Now, I first saw this video on Stampin' Up's Facebook page, but they had used it with a die cut that had solid lines, so it was just a triangle. And someone had mentioned in the comments, ooh, I need to go buy those dies. And well, yes, you can go ahead and buy those dies, but I said, no, I'm not going to buy those dies. I'm going to use what I have. I happen to have the Whimsical Trees, and I did purchase with it the coordinating dies because you get a additional discount when you do that. So I took this die from it. I usually store it there. This is the one that's used to cut out that zigzaggy tree, you know, with the cute zigzag lines. I don't know if you can see that. It might be better to do it here. But anyhow, I had it, so I like to use what I have instead of going and purchasing stuff. So that's what this video is about. I'm going to show you how I did it. There are a couple of cons to doing it with this die, but I don't think it's a big deal. But I'm not that strong of a perfectionist. Okay, so the first thing I did is I went and found some scrap paper. This is Happy Christmas. I purchased this when I went to the Enchanted Cottage. And let's see, it's Cartabella Paper Company. It's called Festive Floral. And again, I got that at the Enchanted Cottage. It doesn't matter which paper you use. This is a sturdier one. But I figured, you know what? This is great because oftentimes the two sides coordinate with one another. So it's safe there. Now what I did is I took my die from my Whimsical Tree set, the dies that is, and I cut out 6 of them, okay? And I'm just gonna turn them over the different sides so that you can see. Oh, come on, Teresa. All right, so we have the 6 different dies that we're going to need. You're also gonna want your glue. Sorry for reaching in front of you. But you're going to want your Tombow glue handy. I have a scoring board. Now mine is from Martha Stewart. It was inherited. And what I did is I went ahead and I put my trees down and I scored 3 of them halfway down the middle on this side. And then I scored the other 3 just straight down the middle on the coordinating side. Okay? That scoring really just helps get a nice clean fold to it. So now I'm at the point where I just want to fold each paper. And you will find, because this is not a perfect triangle, this die is not, that there might not, the sides might not match up perfectly. And then just use your fingernail and run it down. I was okay with it not matching up perfectly. If you need it to match up perfectly, then this die is probably not for you because these 2 long sides, they're not even. They're not mirror images of each other. You can see that here. This bottom one comes out. So for me, it didn't matter. If it really will bother you, then don't use these dies. Go get yourself a triangle die. So I've got my 3 with the floral on the inside. Those are folded. And now folding it to where that plaid is on the inside. Then I'm going to start laying them out how I want to use them. It helps. Okay, this one I need to fold that way. I want the floral on the outside. And because this die is so small, this really is a great way to use up some of that leftover paper, you know, when you're saving it, because this die is not very, at the base of it, it's not very wide at all, so it's great. I was also thinking, you know, this would probably be pretty if I used some of that metallic paper. Okay, so now that we have all of these in place, I like to go ahead and just start gluing them. Just to get them started, it gives them a chance to stick. Do a thin line of glue up here in the center. I mean, not at the center, up here at the top. And then you see, you know you got it going. And to me, the most important part is lining up this side and the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to turn that upside down and let that dry. And let's go ahead and do the next one. Are you all making any crafts for the holidays? Other than cards. I mean, you know, I love card making, but are you doing anything else? Are you making any of those paper stars? I do have a video about the paper stars, but the other thing, I found a video how to make a cone wreath, a paper cone wreath. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, when you're done watching this video, go ahead and look up paper cone wreaths. I've done 3 of them for my house. Actually, they're not all for my house. I gave one away. The really large one I wound up giving away because our house does not have tall enough ceilings for the one I did. Then I kept 2. I made one with the Christmas and one to use for the spring because I loved them that much. Okay, so now that we have all these glued, I needed some baker's twine. Now, I was at our local dollar store and I found this baker's twine. Hey, I'm sorry, 3 of these things for $1? Sign me up. Let's just grab the end, and what we're gonna do, I didn't measure this. I should have, I'm sorry. Just give yourself a generous amount. And then I'm thinking when it's all done, I wanna know how much of a loop I want at the top. So, oops, let me try that again, take 2. Keep in mind, we do not edit our videos. I'm sure you would like us to, and maybe one day we'll purchase the software. I think that's a generous enough one. And then right around here, I want to go ahead and see if I can tie that knot. There we go, get it through. Where's the other end? You know what, it doesn't want to come. I'm not gonna give up though. I want both of the ends to come through. There we go. So I wanted both of those. And now pull that nice and tight. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, all right, it's this one, because I want the colors. You do have to stop for a second, so those 2 should match. Did I mess this up? No, I did not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these 2 lined up. Put our Tombow glue on there. Again, the beauty of the Tombow glue is it does give you some wiggle room. Gives you a second to just make sure you've lined it up exactly how you want it lined up. And these things up at the center, getting those to meet, that's a little tricky. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but this is where this 3rd one's going to go in, okay? But before it does, I need to get my hanging part in there. So I'm going to make sure I do this correctly because it would be like me to mess it up. Okay, so it's here. I'm going to put a strip of glue right in there. And then, I need more hands. Wouldn't it be helpful sometimes to have 3 hands? Let's use this little guy. Sorry for the noise. Yep, Leo came into the room. I tell you, every time he hears me talking to myself, he has to come inspect. Okay, just kind of get that tucked in there. It'll really be secured when I put this last piece in there. So for this one, we're going to glue both sides. It reminds me of like the paper airplanes. And I'm going to put a little bit extra glue right here in the up there where the 2 of them meet. I'm going to put some extra glue there. Okay, let's lay this down sort of sparsely because it will hold. And now we're going to squeeze that a little together. We're going to push that in there. And push and push. Nice and tight. Hold it together. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Give that a second to set up and dry. I'm going to put the lid on my glue while we do this. Okay, then these pincher guys, let's just, so I can just open it and let it pinch. I'm trying to work up close to the top there. See that? Just help it just to really push it together. Oh, what do you think? How cute is that? And again, there's the floral, the plaid, the floral, the plaid, the floral, the plaid, and we can keep going. But see, it's your 6-sided tree. Isn't that cute? Let me go ahead and, I think I'm going to have them laying down. This was with another type of paper. I'm going to go ahead and fix these. So what do you think? Do you think you'll make some? I hope so. Let me go ahead and see if I can bring them in a little closer so you can take a nice screenshot. Sorry, I'm getting all in the way again. Is that good? All right, I'm peeking up just to see. I think that, well, you know, let's make you the star of the show. There you have it. How easy is that? Remember, use what you have. So it doesn't match up exactly perfect. I think it's fine. I hope you like it. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do so. And you know the drill. If you want to be notified the next time we post a video, click on that bell icon, go to your settings, and be sure to turn on your notifications. So until the next time, happy stamping or paper crafting.